Katie, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just at the gym working out.
Oh, good for you. I'm jealous.
Do you want to FaceTime?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, I see you.
Hi, looking good.
So what are you wearing to the gala?
I don't know yet. I think I'll shop this weekend.
Do you want to FaceTime?
Totally. I want to see what you think.
No one will care.
No, why would they?
Oh, that would be so fun.
Tread Talks, fair or faux pas? How do you feel about people talking on their phone when they're at the gym?
I think it's rude. If I'm listening to my book or I'm listening to music, it interrupts it.
I know emergencies pop up, but sometimes it's just kind of like, just take that outside.
Still, it can be an issue at gyms like Longfellow Health Club and Natick, a place that's all about community, according to founder Lori Hamill.
Spent a lot of time developing a really strong, caring community inside the club, both with the staff, which is where it all starts, and with the members. And so we're involved with many, many nonprofit organizations and try to do what we can to uplift the health of our community.
Part of the mission for Longfellow, which also has locations in Wellesley and Wayland, is to foster a comfortable environment. Dan Salerno is Natick's Director of Fitness.
Are there rules saying you cannot have your phone?
There are rules that you can't talk on your phone while you're here. We have common spaces in our lobby spaces that we allow people to use their phones. We ask people not to be on calls while they're on equipment.
But as Salerno tells us, it's not just calls that cause problems.
If they're sitting on a machine, texting or scrolling, and others are waiting, that's where we run into some issues.
So now we turn it over to the judges, Ryan Miller and Adam Gardner of Guster. And when it comes to phone usage, they're not quite overexcited.
Nobody wants to hear your conversation.
Ever!
Final ruling? Faux pas.
Let's take the gym out of it. Ever! Just go away. We need phone booths again.
There's nothing like a good concert, bopping to the beat and riding with the rhythm. Oh man, this one's my jam. I am totally in my feelings right now. Free bird! Free bird! Overstanding. Fair or faux pas? Since it opened in 1995, Boston's TD Garden has hosted countless concerts. And when it comes to the great debate about standing versus sitting, opinions mostly favored the former when a certain mother monster came to town.
Yeah, I stand up because I love to dance, and like when I'm going to a concert, I really want to enjoy myself.
You have to stand and dance, and you have to sweat, because if she's doing it, we need to do it.
I paid a lot of money. I'm going to be on my feet, rocking it.
Seeing Lady Gaga tonight, we'll be standing.
The standers have it, mostly.
I can't really see that much, and I'm short. They should, always sit, so I could stand and see.
Clint Conley has seen things from both sides of the stage. The founding member of the Boston post-punk band Mission of Burma grew accustomed to rowdiness as a rocker.
A Mission of Burma concert would not be where you'd go to find etiquette. It was pretty ragged, pretty raw. There were band members falling into drum sets and that sort of thing. But that's, routine.
For Conley, sitting at a concert was a concept so foreign, it might as well be forbidden.
If Mission of Burma was playing and we saw people sit down, it would just be like, is there a UFO over this club or something?
But these days, Grandpa Clint has a new perspective after taking his granddaughter to shows at the Garden.
She's excited about this concert for weeks, can't sleep. You know what it looks like to her? I'll show you. This is what she sees when she goes to the concert.
So we throw it to our judges, Ryan Miller and Adam Gardner of Guster. How do they feel about overstanding at concerts?
But you have to look behind you and see what's going on.
We went to go see Radiohead at Madison Square Garden, and my wife stood up, and Chris Rock kept poking my wife and be like, you gotta sit down. She was like, no, Chris Rock, I'm gonna stand up and watch Radiohead.
Final ruling?
Yes, do what your heart wants to do. It is more fun when people are up.
When I go to see a show, I don't want to stand up. I want to sit my butt down and watch the show.
It's a tie. So you do you. Just try not to make yourself the center of attention. So I'm not an overstander, just to be clear. I mean, I don't even remember. The last concerts I went to were Taylor Swift and One Direction with my daughter, like more than a decade ago. I think you got to sit down. I think you got to do you, but you got to read the room a little bit. Like if people behind you are upset, you got to honor that.
You got to read the room, but you pay all that money and you want to dance, you got to be able to do it. So yeah, I think you just got to be mindful of what's around you. And back to talking on the phone while you're at the gym. I think we both can agree on this one. If you have to take a call in a public place, make it snappy and do not talk loudly.
Or skedaddle.
No.
By the way, Clint Conley, not only an outstanding rocker, but a retired Chronicle producer as well.
Listen.
Love you.
All right.